All right, we're back once again. Another update. Just want to get some thoughts out. If you've been around the channel for a while, then you know that I definitely enjoy this format. I enjoy just carving out some time to just talk to the camera. Honestly, it's kind of therapeutic. I don't really feel the need to be understood. I don't really feel like the same pressures to perform the same way I would at work or just socially, you know what I mean? My bad. Let's move the mic a little bit. Give Luna some shine too. If you happen to know me personally, then you also happen to know that I'm very much a nomad, let's say, when it comes to my relationships or my social interactions, I guess. I don't know. And what I mean by that really is just that sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with people or just to keep up with certain things, certain hobbies, this being one of them, content creation being one of them. But I always make it a habit to kind of like circle around and kind of give updates as far as what I've learned or the things that I've experienced during my time away. Honestly speaking, sometimes life, especially as of late, just gets way too chaotic, way too quickly, and I kind of have to like realign some. I have to realign perspectives. I have to realign goals. You know what I mean? And without getting into too much detail, that's pretty much the summation of the reason as to why there's gonna be such a big gap between the previous video and this video. Long story short, life kind of just got serious, and for better or for worse, I had to put my love and passion for content creation and all of this to the side for a sec, and I had to figure some stuff out, right? I'm quite sure any content creator has moments in their career where this is the case. I'm no exemption of that. I'm also human. Oh, sorry. I got a little into it. I forgot she's right here. She's loafing. But yeah, but anyway, I'm slowly but surely trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to make this make sense in my current life. Content creation is always going to be something that I always find myself coming back to because of, well, honestly, because of a lot of reasons. Firstly, being the creative freedom to just do what I want. Nobody can tell me not to put a title somewhere or not to record for like 4 hours, even though, you know, I mean, let's be real, like efficiency does matter. But what I'm saying is like full creative freedom and just freedom in general to just say, you know what, this entire thing, everything that is this channel or my Twitch channel is me. It's my responsibility. It's my thing, right? And I feel like all my life I've been searching for my thing without ever realizing that of course it's always been right in front of me, but I've always just had to get certain things in my life in order first before I can put my full effort into this. And I'm someone who has to be able to give something my absolute focus in order to feel like I'm giving it my best shot. I'm really good at hyper focusing. Sorry, I'm really good at hyper focusing, but at the same time, it's very easy for me to get distracted. Maybe I have ADHD. Who the fuck knows, right? But yeah, that's where we're at now. Putting that to the side for a sec, getting into the actual gaming stuff for starters. We're not playing Marvel Rivals anymore. Fuck that. No, it's just not happening. Honestly, I think the game is it's fun. It's fun. Okay, I'll say that. It's fun. But it doesn't do it for me in terms of its competitive structure, the matchmaking. We're so far past the whole like rigged matchmaking system and all that. Although you cannot convince me. No, you know what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not gonna go down that route. But yeah, I don't. The game just doesn't do it for me competitively. With that being said, a game that actually does, I guess, scratch my competitive itch, unfortunately, is League of Legends. Mostly because of its strategic depth, right? It's very much a game where you get out of it what you put into it. And that's exactly what I want out of my competitive experience. So, regardless of how old League of Legends is, I still think that in terms of its competitive structure, the matchmaking system included, it's probably the best like competitive structure on the market across numerous titles. We can discuss that later. Actually, sorry, no, I really want to discuss that later because it's been sort of a topic within my friend group, let's say. But for now, the whole point is that we're no longer playing Marvel Rivals and now we're playing League of Legends. Oh, actually, I also want to start playing Witcher. I It's been on my list. It's been on my computer for an ungodly amount of time. And I feel like now that I'm transitioning more into making videos and less live streaming more, like I honestly like I don't think live streaming is just good for my brand at the current moment. Maybe I'll return to it later on, but for now we're just focused on videos because right now we're still very much in the exposure kind of or trying to garner exposure aspect of the brand, let's say. So yeah, so we're transitioning more into making videos and with that being said, I want to try my hand at playing some single player games. I think it'll actually be good for just me personally. It'll fit more into my schedule. It's a bit more fun for me. I enjoy the process of making videos. I enjoy editing, as weird as that sounds. I'm quite sure there's a lot of people who are like, "What? You enjoy editing? Wait until you get to like hour 10,000. Then by that point, you either are really good at it or you absolutely hate it, or both. Who knows?" But like I said, for now, I think this is the way. Definitely. Now, also, with that being said, it is the end of the year. Christmas is right around the corner. So is New Year's. So I'm not going to go ahead and make any promises that I'm going to make a video a week or anything crazy like that. But like I said, we're transitioning into a different phase. I'm focusing more on YouTube. In terms of what that actually looks like, I'm not sure. I'm actually kind of excited to just try something new for a difference or for a change, let's say, because streaming has always been really fun and I always enjoy it, right? I mean, I still enjoy it. I just don't have the time for it, you know? And maybe I'm just not being efficient with my live streams, but I'm not somebody who can just like freestyle. I'm not at the point where I can just freestyle these videos. Like although I am comfortable with the camera, the amount of takes that go into these videos are insane. Some of them are actually kind of funny. Some of them I considered leaving into the video, but then I'm just like, nah, I look like a fucking idiot. So no. So that's where we're at. I'm excited to try this. I'm excited to give YouTube a shot. Hopefully YouTube is good to me. Like I said, I'm not going to make any promises, but for now this is where the majority of my focus is going to be. So right now we're focused on League of Legends. We're focused on getting some single player games off the list. Maybe we'll get some new ones. Maybe we'll dip into like, Expedition 33 and, a whole bunch of other games that came out this year. I actually don't want to get into the games that came out this year too soon. I want to go backwards a little bit, kind of experience those. Oh, okay. See you later. See you later, Luna. Love you too. I want to get some older games off the list. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, take some time to just reintroduce myself to the whole process. There really wasn't like a hard focus on today's video besides just getting back into the swing of things. But what I will say to anybody that has been anticipating a video and is slightly disappointed that they haven't gotten one, I apologize for that, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. I know I say that all the time. I know every content creator probably says that to the camera at one point or another, or they probably do it multiple times. Who knows? This is very much a hobby, and this is something that I actually want to talk about in a separate video, like a much more like detailed and focused video. But I want to at some point talk a little bit about what it actually means to me to be a content creator and what my journey has looked like. I feel like through that story, maybe there are some people that I can relate to me and, possibly give me some pointers. I'm always open to those. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to people just saying, hey, look, you're probably dog shit. You're not going to make it. I don't really care. Or at the very least, maybe somebody learns something from my experiences being a content creator. I'm not going to say that I've been successful at this. I very much have not been. But even through those failures, I feel like there are lessons to be learned. Honestly, I think that there is some value in there. So yeah, at some point I do want to talk about that. But like I said, that'll be in another video where it's a lot more like I'm thinking about making a script for it just because I want to make sure that I'm very concise with what I say. But for now, to anybody that does see this, thank you so much. And if you happen to make it all the way to the end of this video, thank you once again. Any and all support honestly does mean the world to me because this is the one thing in my life, and I'll talk about this in that other video that I discussed a little bit earlier, but this is the one thing in my life that I honestly not only have passion for, but I also just don't see myself doing anything else. Like, regardless of what I do besides this, streaming or just content creation is always just something I feel like I'm always going to come back to, regardless of the result or not, just because I enjoy the process so much. And I know there's probably tons of people that say that, and that probably doesn't separate me from anybody. She's going crazy over there. I'm glad she likes her toys. We just got those for her recently. But yeah, let me wrap this up. Like I said, that actually threw me off. I forgot the last thing I said. But the point that I'm trying to make is that for the time being, I'm back and I'm feeling very grateful that I'm even able to get to do this in the first place. So yeah, so to anybody that has been watching or to anybody that will watch this, thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate any and all support. It honestly and truly means the world to me. So thank you.